Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Sitting here with Hope Brustein from my favorite charity, Rescue Village. And first of all, Hope, I want to tell you that your name, Hope, is just the perfect name for this.
Thank you.
This job
Thank
that you're
you.
doing.
It is a good fit, I will say.
Yes, so I'm sure people have said that before. Hope is the executive director of Rescue Village.
Yeah.
And I want you to just tell us a little bit about your own history with it.
Okay. So I got here in August of 2007. Before I was at Rescue Village, I was living in Woodstock, New York area. And I directed my first shelter there, which was the Ulster County SPCA. It was a beautiful, beautiful area. And it was the most intoxicating headache I had ever had with a job. The animals make it fabulous, and the extreme passion can be challenging. So I was there for personal reasons, and when it was time to come back to Cleveland, the job at Rescue Village opened. So I came here. I met with a board member initially, and I was like a kid in a candy shop because this shelter was already built here on Route 306 after being in a very small little place shared with the dog warden up on Merritt Road. So coming to Rescue Village in August of 2007, it was a wonderful time and a very different time in animal welfare.
I bet it was, and now it's grown to where it is today, where everybody knows the name Rescue Village. So how did you go through the progression?
Okay, so basically, when I got here, there were already some wonderful core services. Our adoptions were really pretty terrific at the time. But part of what drove me forward and drove Rescue Village forward is that changes were happening in animal welfare nationally. It used to be that the largest numbers of animals died in U.S. shelters. That was not the case at Rescue Village, but we became part of a whole movement, which our goal was to not only increase the number of people who were getting their pets from shelters and taking in homeless and needy animals, but doing everything we could to keep people and pets together. So I developed a lot of new programs along with our staff, which is a wonderful, wonderful group of people.
Yeah, they really, really are.
Yeah, I mean, we developed a new program called Fix It in the Farmland, which is the only one of its kind. We work with Amish and low-income people in the rural areas of Geauga County to do low-cost spay and neuter. So that was a really big step forward, and I think that hold on one second. I think it was a wonderfully exciting time when I got here because we had a staff of about 20 people and a budget of about $1.2 million. And here we are now with a budget of about $3.5 million and a staff of 46, which means a lot more programs and services are going on today than were going on when I first got here. We made a lot of partners, right? Meeting people like you, getting to know our community more, reaching out into the rural areas and expanding our programs to actually offer adoptions and camps and all kinds of services to people in the region as a whole, especially east of the Cuyahoga River. So we really became a regional shelter. And even though we're located out here, people come from all over.
Oh, yeah, certainly. And one of the things that really attracted me to Rescue Village was your farm program, because I'm a horse person.
Oh,
and so I got to know that pretty closely, and I will be interviewing Adrian, right?
Adrian, right, our barn manager.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's another great story because the barn was built in 2005. And when I got here in 2007, there really weren't many animals in it. So that struck me as kind of like, we need to expand what we're doing. We built the barn to take in horses and farm animals from cruelty and neglect. By really 2008, 2009, we started to have a full house. And that wasn't a product of looking for trouble, but that we have a great humane law department that goes out and helps people in need with taking care of their animals, and also goes into situations where there really is cruelty and neglect.
Yeah.
So we've saved just scores of horses. Right now we have tons of pigs in the barn. And we're looking strategically at sort of where are we going with all this.
Yeah.
Do we expand the barn? Do we stay where we are? But it's become an invaluable resource, not just here in Geauga, but in the region. Other shelters like in Cuyahoga or in Lorraine or in Lake will ask us for help. And if we have empty spaces, we'll take some
That is
animals that are
so
picked up
awesome.
elsewhere.
It's all about the animals.
It's all about the animals.
Yeah.
But to be about the animals, you also have to be about the people.
Of course.
So we do a lot of programs to assist people. We have a partnership with Women's Safe. So if you're seeking to escape a situation of domestic violence, many people, many women won't leave unless their pets are taken care of. We have a protective custody arrangement.
My. You don't think about that. But...
Right, I know. We work with veterans. We work with pets for the elderly. You know, we're always thinking about this human-animal bond.
Yeah.
It takes both, the human and the animals. So to help preserve that, to grow that, to allow it to continue when people get older or if people are in trouble, this is part of our mission as well.
Yeah. And you know what? Not having children, I am so tied to my horses, my cat. It just, you know, I don't know what I'd do without that and that part of my life.
I think many people feel just like you do. I mean, I'm single currently, and my cat Henry, he's a big, wonderful pain in the neck. And I say big. He's 19 pounds of adorableness.
Oh my God.
Right, but he's, you know, I go home at the end of the day, and he's running to the door and he cuddles and you know, I would have a dog too if I had a little more time at home, but and I think you're just getting right to the point.
Exactly.
How important are animals in our lives? It's part of what gives us companionship and enjoyment. It gets us out of the house if we have animals that need to go out. It really, it's a good antidote to loneliness.
Yeah.
They make us laugh, right? My cat alternately makes me laugh, and also it's like I can't spend all my time with you, but it's wonderful.
Oh, it is.
It's wonderful.
You know, anybody who has an animal knows exactly what we're talking about.
Right, and that's most people now in this country. You know, we adopt out about 2,400 animals a year, which for our size shelter is a lot. And we help animals in another way, low-cost spay and neuter. We have camps for kids because we're really invested in the kids because they have to be the compassionate and kind and empathetic adults of the future.
Yeah.
So we put a lot of emphasis on the bond, right, which then you experience, I experience, and so many people experience as just this incredibly great part of our lives.
It is.
Even if you have a dog, even when you say, I don't want to go out in the middle of the winter, it's a good thing.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yeah.
So I have attended a couple of your charity events, and they are pretty awesome.
Oh,
so
great.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your favorite?
Right. Okay. So we have lots of different events along the year. Some of them are fundraising events. Others of them are like we have movie night for kids, and we have celebrations of our volunteers and of our donors. But we have, of the fundraising events, I think my absolute favorite is Woodstock. So for those of us who are old enough to know what Woodstock was,
where you're from,
I'm not from there, but where I worked for a while, Woodstock is a play on that, and it's a family festival with dogs. So it's held at the polo field, and it's good you mentioned this. It is happening on Sunday, the 15th of September, less than a week away, and it's just a great event to bring you, your friends, your kids, your dogs. Last year we had about 3,600 people and over 2,000 dogs, and there wasn't a fight because we're spread out on the polo fields. Hopefully it'll be as beautiful day as it's been. We have vendors row, over 75 vendors with everything from photography of pets to clothes to pets. You name it.
So much fun.
Right. We have about 10 food trucks coming, so we can cater to all kinds of diets and desires. We have a parade of the pets, which is everybody lines up, and a lot of people bring their pets in costume. We encourage you to, but if that's not your thing, no problem. And we do a big walk, an animal walk. We have a blessing of the animals, which I think is some of what people love the most. The Venerable Shi Ying Fa has been doing our blessing for countless years, and he is just a crowd favorite. We have Youth Advocacy Day that's happening. Our PALS kids, which are young volunteers, will be doing advocacy under a big tent at the event. It's just a great day. I think people love it. You can come, you can register now online, or you can come the day of. We ask for a $5 contribution, which is really not much for a whole festival. We have music. No festival would be a festival without music.
And dancing dogs.
Right. So it's terrific. It's a great, great fun event.
Right.
And we hope that anyone watching this will either get there this year, and if you miss it this year, come next year.
Absolutely.
It's always in September. Our events are all listed on our website, www.rescuevillage.org.
And I'm going to put that link in with this interview.
Yeah, that's great.
So everyone, Hope has told you a little bit of the reason that I, as a Howard Hanna realtor, had decided that I would donate 10% of any of my sales commissions.
Which is amazing, by the way. That's a wonderful gift.
And I have really enjoyed being a part of it. And I just thank you so much for taking the time with me this morning, Hope.
You're welcome.
I know that you're probably going to be at Woodstock meeting a lot of the people.
So I hope to see you.
Well, I have my high school reunion this weekend.
I won't see you, but I hope
I'll
to
be
see
there
you
in
again.
Spirit. Yes.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say thank you. I think when people from the community get involved, volunteering or finding a way to make their business or their work help these animals, it is this partnership. I mean, it just gives so much, I think, to all of us as human beings.
Yeah.
So really, kudos and thank you.
It's a pleasure. It really is. So
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.